Good morning. Can you guys say good morning?
Good morning.
How about you? Morning. We got the boys today, and we've got to get a gator and a monster truck out running. We're waiting for somebody to come and pick up some seed, and so we're gonna have some fun riding around while we're waiting. Well, the boys have killed their batteries already, but we got that seed loaded up, and he's on his way. So, time to go down to the farm, boys. Bless you. Should we go find Grandpa? Bless you. Should we go find Grandpa? Should we go find Grandpa?
Take the gator.
No, we can't take the gator. It's dying. We got to charge it. Plug it in. Well, we had to come in the house to find Grandpa. He's plastering, and Brayson stayed with him. Ryan and I are going back to work, though, but I thought I'd show you this. So, Dad's doing that bathroom in his basement, right? Well, he decided cabinets are too expensive, so he's building his own, and it's freaking awesome. Like, I'm glad he's doing this because he's practicing, right? So that he can do mine for my house right down there. Yeah, it looks really good. Look at this. Look at this detail. Nice.
Daddy,
Awesome. Okay, Rylan and I got some greasing to do. So he's cleaning off my grease zerks for me. And we're going to lock on our grease coupler. And just give him a couple pumps until it starts coming out there. So I noticed that we are missing a piece right here, this clear plastic cover. I looked in the parts bin. I thought we had one, but we don't, so I'm going to get one of those coming. We got all the gauge wheels greased. I don't really think there's anything else that we need to do to this. I looked at stuff and everything looks to be okay. Oh, I do know something. I found this the other day. So see how nice this rolls, nice and tight and smooth. Look at this one. We got a bearing going out there, and I noticed it the other day, but I was like, it's still on there. It's not hurting anything, but we got to fix that. So we need to address that. We need to take that apart and see if we have a bearing, and if not, get a bearing ordered. So that's what we're going to work on. Definitely the bearing going bad. So we're going to take this hub off here, see what we can find. All right, there's my crappy bearing. I'm going to see if I can get the numbers off of it, and we'll go look in the parts bin and see if we got one. If not, I'll just order one from Deere, and it'll be here in a couple of hours, because they're awesome like that. At least our local dealer is. Okay, well, after I got the bearing apart and saw the number on it, which, focus, not a chance you guys are going to be able to see that. Oh, maybe. Anyway, it's a long number. I don't have one. I knew I probably didn't, so I'm going to get one ordered, and I can order that plastic window piece at the same time. So you guys remember like a week ago I was asking you for help with this motor linkage here? It's like a windshield wiper motor. Well, I found these clips, and I thought they were going to work great, and they were too small, it turns out. So I did a little grinding and tried to widen the edges out. So I'm going to see if I can get that clipped on there and make it work like it's supposed to, or at least make it work. Well, it doesn't snap on there as nicely as I would like it to, but it does snap on there and hold that, and as long as it stays on when that turns, should be okay. I think if I turn the key on, that motor will turn on, so we're going to try it. No, it didn't turn on. I don't remember what triggers that. Maybe the planer's got to be down. Maybe it's just got to be unfolded. I'm not real sure. Doesn't matter. We'll check it when we get it out and unfold it. It's raining a little bit again. It wasn't supposed to rain today, but anyway, I'm going to leave that. I think it will help, but I'm not 100% sure. It may hit the head of this bolt when it rotates around, which will render it ineffective and break something, likely the clip. All right, Brock's here, so we're gonna do some cleaning up, move some boxes around. He can help me fold them down, and we'll maybe try and take a few of them back down to my seed warehouse, get them organized a little bit.
Is that how high your forklift can go?
At least that high. Stacking them up.
Dad's forklift for the 9R.
Okay, so we got our boxes put away, and Brock, you see this pile of mangled up steel? This is all scrap that Dad wants cut up, so we can scrap it. You ever used a torch? Okay, well, that's your project for the day. Make this into small pieces. Brock has resized some very old tillage equipment into much more manageable pieces. Yeah, got a couple culverts to cut up yet, and whatever that frame is from, more super old tillage equipment. Scrap iron. All right, the boys are in the house taking a nap with Grandma, and you guys remember that seed customer that I keep stopping to see that I can't find around and couldn't figure out what was going on? Yeah, he finally called me today. And he needs some corn, and he needs it, you know, as soon as it's dry enough to plant, of course. And it's an Unhooked deal for a dairy farm. So, we got to go take care of that. So I'm going to grab my computer, my laptop, and we're going to run over to him and get the contract filled out so that I can actually order the seed so that they can actually ship me the seed. And maybe we'll get it by the middle of next week when it might be done raining, and hopefully we'll be all right because of the rain here. But that's what happens when you wait till the last second. I have to scramble to get stuff ordered in. But anyway, we're gonna go do it. There's an old classic. All right, well, I got an Unhooked contract signed. I've got seed on the way. Hopefully we'll get it next week, and everything is good. So I'm heading back to the farm. The boys are probably awake, so we're gonna go find them, and then I'm gonna load up my trailer with some of that other seed and go get it delivered, because the guy said he would be around after 4, and it is after 4 at this point. Oh, you got it? Got it hooked? Good job. A couple too many twists. There.
My hands, look at my hand.
Oh, you better be careful. Okay, we gotta get this one. Can you hook it on there, Brayson?
Ow. Now we're the other side.
Good job, just like that. All right, we got the stuff off the trailer. We're done with this trailer, I think, until we have to start picking up boxes. So we're gonna go back to the farm and get it unhooked, and it's gonna be time to go home. Spin it, boys, let's go. Spin it hard. You gotta lift that tongue up.
Daddy, I want to get up there.
Yeah, of course you do. All right, well, that's all for today. Since it feels like I didn't really film anything, I think tomorrow I'm gonna come and just go check some fields. I've gotten a couple of requests to see how our early beans are doing, and I really want to go look at them too. It was too wet today to really do it, but it is drying off on top now. So tomorrow at some point I'm gonna come, we'll go check on those, and maybe do a couple little things, and I'll throw that all into a video, combine it with today's first Sunday. So yeah. Good morning. Let's go check some beans and some corn, but mostly the beans. We did get pretty cold here this morning. Weather station said 32 degrees just after 7, so light frost is what I would call it. Should not have affected these beans. I see some. I see some. They're growing. They're not dead. That's good. Let's take a look. Oh, they're beautiful. Look at them. Starting to unfold. We got green leaf tissue. Some of those got some brown leaf tissue, but the cotyledons still look good. I don't know. Maybe still a little early, but we definitely got some. In another, I'll say another week, maybe 2 weeks, when they've got some unifoliate leaves open, we can come out here and do some actual stand counts and see. But I can row beans all the way along here. Can you guys see all those? Yeah. They're going to make it, guys. We are going to have beans here. That's fantastic. If you're new and haven't been following along with this little experiment that I've got here, on March 17th, I came out here and planted 17 acres of beans really, really early. March 17th is over a month before we would normally or should normally plant soybeans. But I wanted to see what would happen. I wanted to try it and see if we could get beans to grow in that kind of planting window. So, it looks like the answer is yes. Now, two weeks ago already, a week and a half ago, we had pretty hard frost. We had 4 inches of snow, and 2 nights in a row it got down really cold, so I was concerned whether we would lose some of them or not, because some of them were poking through the ground at that point. But looks like the majority of them are going to live. Now here, this is interesting. That one died from the frost, clearly, but this one's going to live. That one died. Those 2 are going to live. That one's coming yet. So, perfect stand? No. Sufficient stand? Looks like it might be. That one died. That one's good. So, you know, I planted them at 160,000 plants per acre, seeds per acre. If we have a stand of over 100,000, or some would even say 80,000, that's enough, and they'll be fine. And I'm guessing we've got every bit of that. So I'm happy. This looks great. Just digging around here a little bit, we've got some more that are still poking through, which is just crazy to me that we're pushing a month and a half now since these were planted, and they're still below ground, but they're still viable and still coming up. So, yeah, that is really good. We've had enough heat here in the last week to get some of those ones that were still below ground when we got the frost up. Look at that, leaves unfolding. Great. These look fantastic. Let's go over and check some of the ones that were planted right before that snow came. So there's a couple that I found that these ones were planted on April 18th, and they're good. They're alive. They're growing. They look fine, but they got a long ways to go yet. I'm surprised they aren't a little farther along than that. But it has been cold, so they look good. They're growing. Just going to be a little bit before we see these ones popping through the ground. And really, that is the goal and the idea behind these ultra early planted ones here back in March, is that, I mean, these beans were planted April 18th. That's super early still, I mean, just for normal planting. And we're going to gain 2 weeks of sunlight capture, a week and a half. And with soybeans, it's all about capturing sunlight and how much photosynthesis you can get those plants to do and put it into producing seeds. And so by having those beans come up as soon as possible, when it's safe to do so, you capture more sunlight and therefore should put more bushels on. That remains to be seen, but looks promising. All right, let's walk over here and check some of this first planted corn. Well, right there it is. You can see we've got a pretty good root, and I think I broke that off. It was probably longer than that. And then over here, just a little shoot starting to head up. So it's got a ways to go there yet, but it's growing. It looks good. The seed is very firm yet. It's not mushy. It's not rotten. It's got good color. All looks good. The ground is drying out on top here, but it's still plenty wet. We will not be planting anything today. It's highly unlikely that we'll be doing anything tomorrow. Dad may try and spray tomorrow, but we got some drying to do yet, and it's supposed to start raining again Monday, so I don't know when we're gonna get back in the fields. All right, since I'm done checking fields for today, I've got a few minutes. I'm gonna walk around and look for some more mushrooms. Morel, whatever. The ones that everybody can find but me, and I don't think exist. I don't know. We're gonna walk around here. I've did some research. It seems that they like sandier soil, well drained, but they gotta have moisture. Well, it rained a couple of days ago, but this particular farm is a little bit sandier in some spots along the river over there. So I thought it'd be a good spot to come and look. I don't know. See that tree stump? That was a tree that my dad cut down here 2 or 3 years ago. I'm pretty sure it was, I'm not sure if it was the white oak that's my flooring tree or if that was a red oak that's his flooring tree. It might be his, in his living room there, but that was a big one. Tell me if you guys see any, because I don't see any. I know dead elm trees, right? Right. I'm not smart enough to know what an elm tree looks like. And you tell me what that one is. So I pretty much checked by all the dead trees. This one here had a pretty catastrophic fall, it looks like. I made it to the ditch here. Appears there's quite a log jam up there. I'm walking that way to go look at it, because I'm not doing a very good job finding mushrooms, so we'll find something interesting. Look, it's a not what I'm looking for mushroom. I was wrong. It looks more like a bridge than a log jam. That is kind of a log jam, but there's plenty of room for the water to get by here. I wasn't going to film this, but then I decided if I fall in, it'd be a pretty good video, so... Made it. Coon, there's been coon here. Holy mother load of mushrooms. Let's see if there's any of the ones we actually want. A bunch of those kind. See, this seems like a perfect spot, right? Dead, decaying tree, up on a hill where it's well drained. They gotta be here. They gotta be. Look at them all, the non-morels, morels. There's gotta be some here. Look at this big dead tree over here. Come on. Here we've got another different kind of mushroom. Not what we're looking for. I feel like that's a good sign. Maybe it's not. I really don't know. Well, there's none here, or at least none that I could find. Time for me to go, so I got to start working my way back to my truck, which is over there. But we got to cross the ditch again. It sure is nice and peaceful out here. And it's a pretty nice day. All right, don't fall in, don't fall in. Oh, don't fall in. Don't fall in, don't fall in. Okay, we made it. So there's quite a ridge here on this side. And then there's I don't know if you would call it an ancient river channel, but there's a old ditch river channel kind of over here. This was always a good place to come ride my four-wheeler up them hills. Good way to hurt yourself. All right. Unsuccessful yet again. Anyway, I'm going home and have my wife check me for ticks, and then we're going to Lowe's. House shopping. House stuff shopping. So, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see what's going on next week. Depends on the rain, whether we get any or not, how much we get, all that. I'd really like to get back to planting because we got a ways to go yet. We're about a third of the way done, both corn and beans, or roughly. So, good start. Got a ways to go, but as soon as it gets dry enough, we're gonna go. So, have a good rest of your weekend, and hit that like and subscribe button for me, please. Bye. Trouble. That's what this is. This is trouble. His brother riding his bike.